Hello everyone. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. More like we've somehow hit 1,200 subscribers in the time that it's taken for me to make this YouTube video. What? Thank you guys so much. I feel like I've been saying it a lot, and the more that I say it, the more it comes across as disingenuous. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm so glad that finally my bisexuality is giving me something in this life, because it really hasn't been giving me much the last few years. So I sent out a video a couple days ago asking for your questions, and so I've kind of culminated that, as well as the post I sent out even earlier, all about the questions, and I'm going to answer your guys' questions today, right fucking now. First question is from British Floppa Wanker Hater with that profile picture. Top 10 colors, let's go. Okay, shit. Number 1, orange. Number 2, probably cyan, not turquoise. Number 3, blue. Number 4, green, but the yellowy green, not like the bluey green. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a warm green. 5, it's probably light blue, dark blue. 6, light blue. It's like sky blue. 7, I'll give it to white. Or no, I'll say 7 is black, 8 is white. 9, I'll give it to purple, and then pink, like very reddish pink. Okay, those are the colors. I hope I answered the question. Hopefully I didn't get too political on that one. Would you be okay chatting with your subscribers? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Why does that sound very... If you mean chatting in a platonic way over the internet, sure. I'll respond to the comments, but the wording is indicating something else. And I think some of you, I've read some of the comments. Some of you are freaky. Some of you guys, some of you guys can chill in the comments a little bit. So I'm going to say a no. Solid no on that one. Hello, Riley. Who is your celebrity crush? Are you voting this year? How old were you when you had your first romantic kiss? Many questions go along, all obviously on the very exact same topic. The way they connect together is just genius. Who is your celebrity crush? Well, that changes literally all the time. I guess I could say right now, I think it's Omar and Edvin, the two guys from Young Royals. Okay, I would say they are my celebrity crushes right now because I just got back into the show, because I haven't watched season 3 yet. That changes all the time though. Genuinely, I used to have this massive list of every famous person I found attractive, which is kind of creepy actually. So I'm okay with that list accidentally being deleted from my notes forever. So, are you voting this year? I am not American. I'm very much Canadian. So I'm not voting in any American election, and I would vote if I could, because guys, you think you just fell out of a coconut tree? How old were you when you had your first romantic kiss? I was 15 years old. I pretended like I had to think about that for a second. I have that answer locked and loaded. And the person who I kissed could be watching this video right now, so yeah. Few questions to answer. Why is so much weight/importance put on the coming out process? Heterosexuals simply exist as they are, and the subject of sexual orientation isn't raised as though it defined them. If you have more depth as an individual, your sexual orientation shouldn't be so significant as to define you. Completely agree. I say that as someone who has religious teachers making a big deal of me being bisexual. Yeah, I think it's just the weight's put on it because it's the thing that's different. I'm learning more and more in psych class and stuff that literally children and babies and stuff are born completely bigoted. So it's really fun to learn that, oh, something's happening. Oh. I just think people are very obsessed with things becoming different, and I think also with the coming out process that the whole closet analogy came from the fact that everyone being born was assumed straight, and I think for the most part still is, unfortunately. You're kind of straight until proven gay or otherwise. Same with you're assumed to be cis until proven otherwise, and it's kind of annoying that people instantly make that kind of those judgments and instantly push you into a kind of lane whether or not you want it. I mean, statistically it makes sense. Most people are straight and cis, but it's still, I think things should change, and I think there shouldn't be as much weight on the coming out process because I think it's stupid. It's also a thing where it's not everyone needs to know what your preferences are. It's not everyone else's business. I mean, I say that as someone who literally made a YouTube video that 20,000 people have seen about me being bisexual, but regardless, no, I completely agree with you. There shouldn't be anything, it shouldn't be as important, but people make it important because sometimes it's the one thing that makes you different in a bad way compared to everyone else, and so they're gonna all like point that out. What's your idea of a perfect camping trip? Guys, the narrative thread here is crazy. I would say like a good group of people that I get along with and I'm like decently comfortable with, right? People who like being outdoors, people who go camping for the hikes, for the outdoors, for the walking around. Some people who can like be a little bit active, okay? Think about the group. That's the perfect group to go with. Other parts of the camp, I need like a higher end air mattress. I would gladly, I'm fine with sleeping in tents, but I need like good pajamas and a good air mattress and I'm fine. I'm literally fine. Same with, I want like access to like more, like someone needs to bring boring healthy snacks. I need boring healthy snacks to eat on the trip or I'm gonna freak out. If I'm only ever eating hot dogs and like random shit like that, hot dogs and fast food, not gonna cut it. That's my idea of a perfect camping trip. What nonfiction book have you read that made a great impact on your lifestyle or worldview? Gonna be completely honest, I don't think I've ever read a nonfiction book in my entire life. Do my psych textbooks count? They're nonfiction. And I would say they've been pretty impactful when it comes to just my understanding of the discipline that I'm in. I would particularly say the Psych 2110 Introduction to Child Development textbook, that one was good. That's a good read. If this video was recommended to a random person for no apparent reason, me, how would you describe your content and what should they stay around for? I kind of have this tagline in my About section that I kind of forgot about, but it's really good. Turning whatever I do into entertainment somehow. And I think that's a really good way to describe it because for the most part, for the last while, it's been kind of just vlogs. And in a way, it is kind of like I just take whatever I usually do throughout the day and I turn it into entertainment. I just talk to the camera. I have the occasional like random skit I make with my siblings, random like projects and animations that I make for school. So it's kind of all over the place. I think usually like the common thread throughout my videos is probably like my humor and my editing style. So I would say stick around for that. What is something you're working to improve upon personally? Kind of everything, everywhere, all at once. I'd say there's definitely a couple of things. I have to learn how to fucking relax because my definition of relaxing is sitting down and watching YouTube, which can be relaxing, but usually isn't for me anymore. Same with like sometimes it's like, oh, I'm just gonna eat food. It's also not a good way to relax either. You know, I'm also just in general working on my health, trying to go to the gym, trying to like be more conscious about what I eat. Mostly, to be honest, out of a fear of getting old. I don't want to get old and have like my body like start shutting down on me, so I'm just gonna hopefully prolong that process as much as I can. Ideal place to live. I would love to go somewhere that has a very different topography than the places that I've grown up my entire life. The place I live in right now is actually pretty nice. Like I don't have any real problems with it, but it is still very similar to the places I grew up, and I would love to go to some place like the mountains or a coast. And I would just love to change things up a lot. I need to travel more too. Ideal, I don't know because I really haven't been to that many places, but literally like Canmore or like Victoria. Those are two places that I definitely would love to live. I think it'd be really cool. A skill you'd like to learn. Going back on the health thing, I've been working on calisthenics a little bit. I wrote it down and I say I'm gonna work on it. Haven't really. I would love to know how to do a handstand. That would be fun. I used to go to the climbing center a lot when it was university with my friends, and I'm very excited to start doing that again when they come back. All those weird like acrobatic calisthenic moves, anything like that, I want to learn. Like the thing where you like go up to a pole and you're suddenly like, I don't know, you just like sideways on it or whatever. I want to do that. That seems so cool. What's a personal trait you think will serve you well in your life? Is it also a double-edged sword? I think once again, going back to the first question, I'm very much a workaholic. Even if I'm not working on something, I'm always thinking about what to work on, and I don't like wasting my time. I'm kind of like one of those stupid productivity, I don't know, capitalist dick suckers or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Those people that just like think that you have to use your time and that your time doesn't have any inherent value just by existing, which is, I know, unhealthy, but hard to fight that sometimes. So I'd say it's served me really well in my life so far, as in I've gotten decent grades and like I've gotten, good performances at jobs and stuff because of it. It's also a double-edged sword though, because like I said, I can't relax ever. Next question, what's your MBTI type? Last time I checked, which was like a year ago, it is INFJ, which is like introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. They tend to approach life with deep thoughtfulness and imagination. Their inner vision, personal values, and a quiet, principled version of humanism guides them in all things. Wow. Okay, 16 personalities. Don't make me blush. But also, remember, that stuff is like not really based all that much on science. It's mostly like social sciences type stuff. So, learn that in psych. What shampoo do you use? Your hair looks soft. Thank you. I use Head and Shoulders, because if I don't, my hair is going to look like... I think I also just used some random Walmart brand conditioner, so probably not very helpful. Where would you like to travel? Literally anywhere. Get me on a plane. I've never been on a plane before. I've never left the country before. Literally anywhere. Let me out of my enclosure. I don't care where I go. If I want to travel more, I do feel very much like I've spent so much of my life just hanging out at my home, which is nice. But I think I would understand my home better if I traveled to different kinds of places. In what ways has moving out and starting uni changed you as a person? And do you have any advice for people like me who are going to start a new chapter of life very soon? University definitely did change me as a person in many, many ways. Genuinely, like, the most overwhelming things ever. Like, it's interesting just to watch my videos from August, like this time around last year, and I'm like, what? Who was that? I didn't know what was coming. I think obviously it depends on your situation, but for me, I was always very introverted, and I always felt like I didn't have much control, over my life. But you have to take advantage of the fact that you're an adult now, you're going to be on your own, going to university. Do what you really want to do. If you want to make a bunch of friends, if you want to have a social life, you have to put yourself out there. And go to events, try to meet people in every kind of way. Take advantage of how there's not going to be another time in your life other than university where you have that much freedom, as well as you're surrounded by people your age. This is a prime time to make friends. Take advantage of this unique opportunity and do what you actually want to do. Commit and do it. And good luck. I know at this time of the year you're probably not in a fun mood. I was not last year either. It was really bad for me. So I wish you the best of luck. How important is family to you? I think in a way I don't think about how important my family is. Not like that, but it's kind of like this thing where when you're really close friends with someone, you don't think about the fact that you're best friends with them all the time. I honestly, when this question came up, I'm like, I don't know how to answer that, because obviously my family is very important to me, and anytime I go back there, it makes me feel very warm and comforted. And I mean, especially your relationship with a lot of your family members once you move out tends to improve, because it's you have your own thing outside of them, and it's you can, I don't know, it makes you appreciate what you wish you appreciated when it was around you all the time. So yeah, I would say family is very important for me. I think it's also important to consider the ways that family is defined. I think family also, think about the friends that you hang out with all the time, those kind of people that you hang out with. I think those are just as valid to be considered your family, and just as important as some of your family members that maybe are biologically related to you or raised your whole life. So I think it's kind of a mix of that. Very lame answer. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to say, because obviously, will you do gameplay in the future? Probably not. I don't think gameplay in the traditional, have my face cam in the corner while something's happening type gameplay. But I do think I would love to make videos about some of my favorite video games, or games that I'm playing or something. But it's not in, you play along with me type thing. It's usually going to be about me, making some kind of video talking about it. I hate the editing process behind making those gameplay videos. Especially, I don't think my humor exactly shines through when I'm playing a video game like that. I prefer playing games by myself and then talking about them after. So no, I probably won't do gameplay in the future, but I probably will do a video about a video game in the future. Alright guys, I'm wearing the same shirt pretending like this is the same recording session, but obviously it is not. I kept yapping so long about all the comments that you guys sent in that this video ended up being way too long. So I'm gonna have to divide it in two. There will be another section of me reading through the rest of the comments that I got as of the end of July later. So I'll see you guys then. For now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support again, and I'll see you guys later.